Our speaker is another talented member here and a practitioner here, and she's a mom and a lawyer. And I always think about anyone who is opposing counsel just having a tough time. Very, very powerful woman, and you're about to find that out. So please join me in welcoming Diane Stewart Henry.
Good morning. So the song was my talk. So I think we're complete. We can go home. I want to say thank you to this community for the love that's provided here, for the openness and receptivity, for the blessing of each other. I appreciate you, and I appreciate knowing you're here even when I'm not here physically. And I want you to know that your energy goes with me throughout my days and throughout what I do in my life, and you're always in my heart. So thank you.
Thank you.
Stand there. Thank you. So we're sitting on a gold line. Okay, so seriously, we are sitting on a gold line, and our topic today is calling forth the divine power within, right? Which popped up early this time around, and it wasn't like a last minute, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about? What's the topic? There wasn't that panic. The topic came early, and then the what do we say about the topic came much later. But we knew that we were talking about the divine within, and what is that power? What does it mean to tap into the divine power within? So let's start with, what is that? What is the divine power? So it's that energy that's behind everything, right? It's back and behind everything. It's undergirding everything. It's breathing us. It's the air that we breathe. It is the thing that's sourcing every blade of grass, every grain of sand, every drop of water in the ocean, every cloud, every bird in the sky, every being, everywhere, everything that is growing, unfolding, and developing planets, galaxies, the weather. All of it is sourced, fuel, and funded by something. And that something is the divine energy that keeps this world going. And we call it all kinds of things, right? We being human beings, we call it all kinds of things. But mostly we call it God. And then we give it different names for God. And I think in different sacred texts, you know, there's scriptures that refer to God in different ways. I believe in the Bible there are like over 64 names for God. Allah, Yahweh, Jah, Jehovah. There's so many names for the power and the presence that has created each and every one of us. And when you really just stop and think of the fact that this power, this presence that holds planets right where they're supposed to be at all times, that never allows the Earth to crash into Mars, that keeps the sun going and doing what it does, this power that keeps everything going in such perfect, dynamic order is the power that is sourcing you right now, right where you are. And if you just stop and breathe into that realization, the oceans, the clouds in the sky, all of them, I am fueled by that very energy. That is what is breathing me. Just for a moment, sit with your breath and feel that you're breathing. Sure, you have to participate sometimes. You get to hold your breath. You get to take deeper breaths. But you don't get to stop your breathing, because something else is breathing you. And the air that you are breathing is the same thing that's breathing you. There's no separation. Everything has its beingness in the power and presence of the divine creator. The thing that is the creator and the creation itself. How magnificent is that? Nothing is separate from that. And as you sit with that awareness and recognize that this thing that's breathing you is fueling you, it's funding you, it's giving you everything that makes you you. That means that you are sourced and fueled and funded by the Creator. That is powerful. There is no part of your being that exists outside of that. And when you become aligned with that truth and practice You know, this book that Joanne read, it's called Practice the Presence. When you practice being aware of what created you, when you practice being aware that you are created out of the very substance of what created you, that there is no aspect of your being that exists outside of that presence. When you practice that on a daily basis, you're tapping into the divine power that's everywhere. It's deep within you and it's all around you. And you're tapping into that awareness. And then when you engage with it, you give yourself permission to be your greatest self. And that is where you go to tap into the divine power within yourself. So you stop living your life from a place of there's not enoughness, because you recognize that every grain of sand came from somewhere. You cannot count them. They're uncountable. They're unlimited. The very ocean comes from somewhere, the same somewhere that you come from. Therefore, you're powerful. Everything about you is powerful. Everything about you is aligned with a power and a creative energy that can change, alter, and shift your life at any time that you choose to say yes to it. Because here's the aspect about the humanness, is that we get to choose every day. We get to choose to be in the power. We get to choose to be in the energy. We get to say, I am choosing to tap into the power, the divine energy that has created me, and to be everything that I came to be. I am choosing to be that person. I am choosing to have a life that's filled with joy and love and peace and harmony. Not only that, I'm choosing to honor the thing that created me and to give honor to the creation itself. So I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of my body temple. I'm going to take care of what I put into my mind and how I feed my soul. I am going to honor myself, and I am going to become a reflection of the truth that I know is true. I'm going to become a reflection of the truth, a demonstration of the truth. I am going to choose to live my life from a place that says, I am created in the image and likeness of greatness. So when I do that, I have got to let go of the fear. I've got to let go of the things that hold me back. And so today I was thinking about spring, right? Spring is coming. And what do we do when spring comes? We do spring cleaning, right? Because we've been locked up in the house all winter. And so springtime is here, and we want to dust our furniture, and we want to vacuum and sweep stuff out and get rid of things that no longer serve our lives. Like we want to get rid of clutter, right? And so springtime is great, but guess what? Spring cleaning is not just about things. It is a great opportunity as life begins to sprout back from the trees. If you go outside, you'll see little buds, little tiny leaves. They're starting to grow on the trees because spring is coming. Spring is here, and new life, new birthing is happening. So in spring, we get to do a new birthing. We get to step into a new lifestyle. But guess what spring cleaning is also about? It's about cleaning up your lifestyle, cleaning up your way of being in the world. Get rid of your lackadaisical behaviors that don't support the life you really want. You say you want to be happy. Then act like it. Get off your butt and step into happiness. And stop looking at things that are going to tell you that life isn't about happiness or joy. Stop watching CNN. Y'all know I talk about that all the time. Stop watching CNN all the time and hearing what's wrong with the economy, what's wrong with Donald Trump, what's wrong with the election, what's wrong with this, what's wrong with that, what's wrong with Hillary, what's wrong with these people. Well, how about what's right with the world? How about we engage in that? What's right with your life? Did you wake up today? Are you breathing? Did your feet hit the ground? Did the ground rise up and meet your feet? Are you alive? Did you get an opportunity to get up and shower and get dressed and jump in your car or get on the train or get on a bus or walk somewhere? Did you get an opportunity to live today? And how about we celebrate that? Choose joy. Say you want to be alive. Choose it. Pick it. Decide. Today, I'm choosing to be happy. I am choosing to believe that my life is more than it has been. I'm choosing to believe that my life is more. There are possibilities for me to be so much more, to be really happy. I choose happiness. What does happiness look like? Does it look like laughter? Is that what happiness is? Or is it a contentment from deep within your soul that says that I am living my life to my fullest ability, my fullest way of being in the world? I am alive. I am awake. I am capable of doing anything I choose. I'm capable of being healthy. We want to be healthy. You know, this is a big one, right? People are always talking about how much weight they want to lose, how much healthier they want to be. Then get to it. Stop fooling around. Stop telling yourself tomorrow you will. Because we just heard there is no tomorrow. Joel Goldsmith was just saying, there's only right now. You can't live in tomorrow and you can't live in yesterday. Certainly yesterday has been a lesson plan. Yesterday was a teaching tool. Yesterday was an opportunity for you to learn how to be in today. Yesterday said, lesson, lesson, lesson. And today you're standing in your blessing. Today you're standing in your opportunity to take that lesson that you learned yesterday and live out your life fully today. Not from a place of the past, but a place of the present. Do I choose to be wealthy? Why do I choose to be wealthy? This is my new definition of wealth. Wealth equals freedom.
Yep.
That's the only reason for it. Do I choose to be wealthy? Then stop fooling around with the money. Stop buying stuff you can't afford. Stop putting yourself in deeper debt. Stop doing all those things. I'm talking to me, I'm talking to you. Stop living your life from a place of limitation and lack. Stop putting yourself in a place where you're not ever going to have wealth. Choose the gifts that are in front of you, that are in your life right now, and choose to learn, to utilize, to manage this thing we call money, to understand what real wealth is about, to understand that it's not about just amassing things and dollars, but it's about a bigger picture that creates freedom for you to live your life, the life you intend. I had a conversation yesterday about all the things that I plan to do. And I really had to think about it this morning when I was running. It's like, yeah, I do. I have a lot of stuff that I want to do with my life. I have a lot of places I want to go. I have a lot of things I want to show my children. I have a lot of things I want to experience in my life. And I'm planning on doing it all. Now, I learned lessons in my past about what does not work. I also learned lessons about what does work. And if I take the lessons with me into my present and really decide this is what I'm choosing for my life, then I'm going to live my life from that place. I'm going to create the opportunities and the possibilities in my right now. Because life is filled with possibilities. Every day you get a new possibility. Every day, if you stop and pay attention, you will notice that something happens that creates an opening in your life that you never had before. You just have to pay attention and you have to celebrate every new opening. Some of them are really tiny, like someone that you've never talked to before may just say hi to you and give you the opportunity to smile, and that's an opening. But big things will happen. Something will happen at work that'll tell you, hey, here's an opening, a great portal for you to step through and do something fantastic or amazing with your life. Other things will happen. People from your past will come into your life. New people will come into your life. And you're like, why is this person here? How did this happen? It's your opportunity. Take your opportunity. See your opportunity. Celebrate your opportunity, because windows of opportunities are opening all the time. Guess what? They're closing too. So you got to choose, oh, this opportunity, is this the one I want? Because you're the designer, the creator of your own life. You get to say, I want this life that's filled with creativity. I want this life that's filled with teaching and joy and learning and unfolding and writing and playing. I want this life. And you get to say, I'm stepping through this portal of opportunity. I'm creating a paradigm shift in my own life right now. You get to say that. Nobody else gets to say that for you. I can't create a paradigm shift for Jewel's life. I certainly can talk, and she can hear, and she can choose some of the things that I'm saying right now as a part of her way of showing up. Or not. She might think, oh, that doesn't work for me, but this one does. And she may take 1 or 2 nuggets home with her that shifts her life, but she has to actively create the shift. Many people sit around in a place of waiting for the next thing. Many people live their lives paying bills and waiting for the next thing. This is the lot I've been given. This is how it's ended. At least I have a roof over my head. At least these things are happening. I get to play with my friends sometimes. But there is no sense of like, I am pursuing a dream. There is something missing when you don't have a dream to pursue. Or when you dream, because we're always dreaming. Things that we desire always come up. They're planted within us. And then many of us have been conditioned to say, yeah, but not for me. And it's so insidious that we don't even say it out loud like I just did. We act like that. We act like, this is not for me. Life, joy, happiness is for those people over there. Sure, Diane, she can do it. She's all over the place. I see her on Facebook all the time. She's got these kids. She's got this job. She's happy, living fully, wholly, completely. All this stuff she's posting all the time, pictures, blah, blah, blah. Sure, that works for her. Yep. And we kind of go through our lives like, okay. You know, but really, anybody can choose their opportunity. It's up to you. There is no other person. Like, Reverend Alex doesn't live my life for me. She doesn't come and feed my kids and get them to school and show up and I sit around. She doesn't come and orchestrate. She doesn't give me my to-do list every morning and say, these are the things I want you to accomplish today. She doesn't do that. I do that. I choose. You choose every day what you want for your life. You choose to be a leader. You choose to be happy. You choose to be in joy. And you only have right now to choose. Because tomorrow is not a real thing. Tomorrow is an idea that becomes right now. Tomorrow is an idea that becomes right now. Because all you have is right now. You can't take a breath for tomorrow. You can't say, oh, let me go back and get some more air from yesterday because I sure didn't get enough breath yesterday. Let me breathe more. You can't do that. You can't go to the back, to the past, and recuperate something from the past. And you can't go to the future and create something for when I get to Friday, I'm going to make sure I leave all these things here and make this dinner and have it there for me. So when I get to Friday, it's going to be, when you get to Friday, it's going to be right now. It's always right now. So you have to live in right now. You can't do anything in the future. So you have to choose. I choose happiness. I choose wholeness. I choose wholeness in my whole life. So now that becomes a practice. I want to be a whole person. That is my desire. I don't want to live a compartmentalized life. I don't want to live a life, which I've done because I was a good little Catholic girl. And I went to Catholic school. I was my parents' good little daughter. And I showed up in those ways. I was my grandparents' good little girl that, got all A's and was either first or second in class. And I lived those lives. And then, I was a wildcat. Different lives, depends on where I was hanging out. But who I am today is a complete immersion of one whole, complete person. I don't express differently in different places. All the people in the courthouse know that she's really spiritual. She's very zen, is what they say about me. They say I'm very zen. They say that I'm very much this kind of person. Diane will think of, a holistic way to do things, because I am that person everywhere I go. So in my life, in my relationship with my children, in the way that I show up in all of my life, it's holistic, the way that I show up for my body temple. I'm always practicing meditation, prayer, declaring. I really believe, I love the whole Jesus prayer thing. Jesus said, pray believing you've already received. Yep. I love that. I've already received. What? Okay, I have love. I have joy. I declared my relationship before my relationship became what it is right now. Declared it years ago. Declaration, I am, and stay focused and stay committed to the declaration. I am choosing health for my life. Man, do you know how much work it took and energy and efforting on my part, how much practice I had to practice to get my butt up and run? Do you know how much practice I had to practice just to put my sneakers on and leave the house? To say I'm going to run? But I'm committed to a healthy lifestyle that involves movement, that involves prayer, that involves meditation. I am committed to meditation. I get up every morning at dark 30 and meditate. Every single morning. I am committed to my time in silence with the divine. And it doesn't always look perfect, and it's a practice. Meditation for me is often hilarious because some days I wake up and my to-do list is already up and out in the kitchen doing what it's supposed to do. and I'm just getting out of bed, and I go to try to be in the stillness, it's a practice. It's a commitment. So I sit down, and my head says, wait, did you start the coffee? Yes, I started the coffee. Stop talking. Breathe. What time is it? You know you got to get the kids up. Stop talking. It's okay. We're going into silence. It's a practice. And then with time, the practice says, I am deep within my soul. I'm in the garden of my own soul. This is my time. This is my tryst, my divine appointment with myself and the divine. I am sitting here right now, in this right now moment, just giving thanks. Practice. I practice because I'm committed to tapping into the power within myself, and to do that because I'm just as creative as that which created me, right? Created in the image and likeness of God. Hello, that means that I have the creative genius, the brilliance to do, be, and guide my life. I get to choose every day to be connected to the spirit deep within my soul. I get to choose that every day. I get to choose joy, and I get to act like I'm choosing joy. I get to choose peace, and I get to act like I'm choosing peace. I get to choose silence, I get to choose music, I get to choose dance and laughter and joy and friends. I get to choose freedom to live and be, to write, to pray, to play, to create my own life. I get to choose. And so every day, I practice the things that allow me to remain completely aware of the presence of God in all things. Because it's everywhere, it's a presence. It is not an absence. We never talk about the absence of God is everywhere. We always say the presence of God is everywhere. We never talk about it being far away. We always know it's right here. Kingdom of God, it's at hand. Presence of God. Presence, it's present. It's right here, right now, where I am. I practice prayer. I practice meditation. I practice taking care of my body. I practice what I put into not just my physical body, but my mental body, my spiritual body. Am I reading things that support me in love and joy? Whatever that thing is that gives me the encouragement. Am I reading it? Am I engaging in it? Am I talking to people on the phone that support me? Back to spring cleaning. Assess your life. It's time for spring cleaning. Let's get ready. There's a new moon. It's a new season. Everything is new right now. Let's get ready. What's going on in our lives? Are our friends supporting us? Are the people that we hang out supporting a whole powerful existence? Or are they talking about what's wrong in the world all the time? What you can't do, what you can't accomplish, what you cannot do. If those are the people you're hanging out, it's time to spring clean. Unless you want to be in that world and that is the life you're choosing for yourself, then have a good time. Enjoy being in lack, limitation, and not enoughness. That's okay. That's your misery to keep, to hold, to have at any time. But I am inviting you this week's challenge is, take assessment of your life. Who's in your life? Are they supporting you? Are they loving you and nurturing you? Are they people that you can support right back and say to them, let's do this. Let's talk about the possibilities. Let's create the possibilities. Let's look at how we can as opposed to what we can't do. Spring cleaning. Does your lifestyle, are you doing things physically, emotionally, mentally to support a happy life, a joy-filled life, a whole, healthy, free life? Is that what you're doing? And if you're not, let's get rid of some of those behaviors. I recently had to look at my roster of television shows. And said, oh, can't sit and watch TV anymore. I've gotten too strung out on these series. I have to manage my television relaxation time and be really careful about what I'm engaging in, even in the television time. What am I watching? What am I listening to? How much time am I giving to that? Is there balance? So it's spring cleaning time. Let's take an assessment. Look at your life. Who are the people in your life? Are they supporting you? What are the behaviors that you're practicing? Do they support the life you say you want? Do they support the life you truly desire? If you truly desire health and wholeness, are you acting like it? Are you eating like it? Is everything smothered and fried? Or are there some things that are fresh and crunchy to kind of balance out the other stuff? You know what I mean? Am I really eating well regularly at regular intervals to support health and wholeness? Am I reading things? Am I feeding my mind? What's in my library? What's in my cadre of things? What am I using? Am I using things that support me? Are my friends? You know, you can't always walk away or turn away or release, but it's time sometimes to spring clean. Are my behavior patterns? Is all that stuff that I'm practicing right now supporting the life that I desire? That's the spring cleaning that we should be doing this spring. Let's all commit to stepping out, looking at the life that we're choosing, and then looking at the life that we're living, right? What do I desire, and is my life reflecting what I say I desire? Do I desire love and partnership? Am I acting like it? Do I desire joy? Am I acting like it? Freedom, wealth, creativity? Am I acting like it? Do I desire peace? Am I living peacefully? Let's go in and clean out and clear away the wreckage of unnecessary things from our lives and release them. Someone else might need them. So, I want to invite you to do some spiritual spring cleaning, some personal lifestyle spring cleaning this week, and really take a look at your life and say yes to what you really desire. Say yes to what's calling you, and say yes to the divine power within, because it is sourcing you and it is giving you absolutely everything that you require that is necessary to give you the life that you desire. Peace and blessings.